Hi, my name is Ivan, and for my final project topic, I really wanted to know how much the US dollar is valued around the world. To show this, I mapped foreign exchange rates of the most popular currencies in the world. So, for this map, I started out by displaying all the countries. I got the selected few through the attribute table, and then I displayed each country by giving them their own unique color. I did that uh, through the categorical function, and then I decided to omit a legend just because in the callout annotations it made it a lot more simpler to let the viewer read the data. And instead of the callout annotation, it includes all the information. It includes the country. It includes the conversion factor, pretty much US dollar into that desired country's currency. So 1 US dollar into Canadian dollars, and it also shows how much 1 US dollar will be converted of that currency. So for example, in Mexico, 1 US dollar will give you 16.76 Mexican pesos. And on the other hand, if you go to the United Kingdom, 1 US dollar gives you 0.64 British pounds. So we can see here that the value of the dollar gets a lot weaker in Europe with the British pounds and the euros compared to the Mexican peso where we would be rich. I also decided to not include the border of the countries just to keep this map nice, simple, and easy for the viewer to understand the information that I'm trying to project. And that's it for the first map. For the second map, I mapped out the change in value of the United States dollars in foreign nations. And I did this by getting all the foreign exchange rate data, and pretty much I took all the percentages and I displayed them on whether the percentages increase or decrease. And these percentages represent the change in value of US dollars from September 10th to September 11th. And this last track was closed at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time. And I used a divergent color scheme by representing the United States as a central zero. So pretty much here the value of the dollar had no change from one day to the other. But now as the color scheme becomes more red, we can see that from one day to the other that these countries had a decrease in the value of dollar overnight. So for example, those are like the European countries, and we can see that the blue color scheme, as it gets darker blue, there was an increase in the value of the dollar overnight. So for example, in Brazil and Mexico and also Russia. I decided not to display the name of the countries just because that's not what my intention is. I wanted to show an increase or decrease in foreign exchange rates, and pretty much that is used to tell whether a dollar is more valued or less valued in that particular country. For my last and final map, I decided I wanted to know what the change in value of the US dollar has been in the past 5 years corresponding to the currency that I chose to display. So for example, here I have the US dollar to Mexican peso, which is currency in Mexico. So for the past 5 years, you can see the trend, I guess. It increases, decreases, and now it's increasing. Maybe the increase can be due to inflation, or maybe just mass production of their currency, which devalues their currency. But now I decided to put in a pop-up function, and now we can choose a different one. So if we choose the Australian dollar, we can see the same trend in 2013. It's increasing. Now we can also go to the euro, again stable and also increasing. Now we can go to the British pound, again slightly increasing here, you can see it. And now on the y-axis I have the exchange rate of $1, and on the bottom I have the temporal scale, and I'll let you check out my website and see what you like about it, and I hope it satisfies the criteria, and I hope you like it. Thanks again for having me in your class. Even though it was an online class, it was you were a really good a TA professor. Your screencast helped out a lot, and this is by far one of the most challenging courses that I've taken. And thank you for everything you taught us, and enjoy the rest of the year.